everyone, my name is So. This is probably a very long requested video. So I got bunion surgery last year, February 24th, 2017. I probably will do a 1-year update video on my bunion. I've been getting so many of the same questions, so I was like, why not just film a Q&A video where I basically just talk about all the most asked questions and other little questions that I'm sure you're also wondering about. So first off, why did I get it? I've had bunions my whole entire life. I honestly, my grandma had it, and I would look at her feet and I thought it looked completely normal. I also thought I had very normal feet, so when I saw other people's feet, I was like, what's wrong with your feet? But I realized that I was kind of the odd woman out. And when I finally had health insurance through my tech company that I used to work at, I was like, I need to seize this opportunity and get the surgery. And so that is why I got it, because no other time before had I had insurance like that or at that level. And I just thought it was kind of like now or never. Did I need to get it or was it optional? I didn't really need to get it because it didn't hurt or anything, but my doctor, when he was looking at my feet, he was showing me how my bunion was so large that it was pushing my other toes to the side and basically permanently forming it like that, which is not very good. And so he said, if I just straightened out my bunion, my toes will just go upright like its original position, and it wouldn't harm the other toes, basically. What kind of surgery did I get? So I'm not exactly sure if there's a name for it particularly, because I think it might differ from every person's feet or foot or whatever, especially my foot. He had to put one on the big toe and another one where my bunion is, just because the way my feet is formed. So I think it really depends on you. I know I've heard of incidences where people would shave off the side and like tuck it in and all this other stuff. So I don't know if he actually shaved it or anything. Yeah, honestly, I feel like I should know more information about it, but I trusted my doctor enough that I was like, just take it away, just do your thing. How much money did I pay? So I'm not completely sure on this one either, because I was working for my tech company then. I think I had pretty good insurance where they covered a lot of the expenses. I know for sure that I didn't pay more than possibly $500 out of my pocket. That's also including all my pre-op appointments, post-op. Every appointment is probably like $20 each, and I know I had at least 5 meetings with my doctor on top of the surgery. So I honestly don't think I paid more than $500. So I've gotten asked this question a lot. Am I gonna get my other foot done? So I got my left foot done, and I do have bunions on my right. It's just that my left one was so severe that I really just had to get it done. As far as my right one, it doesn't hurt. It's not pushing the other toes to the right or anything. And considering my experience with having the surgery, I probably am not gonna go through it again. I will go into that a little bit further later. Could I have gotten both of my feet done? I could have, but my doctor said the likelihood of actually falling is a lot higher, and he did not recommend that. And I think the healing process is a lot longer. I would say about 3 months, whereas this healing process was, like 2 months? 2 months. So how long was the healing process? Got the surgery in about like 3 days. I was on crutches. After 2 weeks, I was kind of able to stand on my feet. I remember very distinctly that after a month though, I did go out with just like the foot cast slipper thing on. How long did it take me to actually start running again? Oof. I think I really wanted to wait for myself, and I gave myself about a good 2 months before I actually put pressure and started doing everything, especially because the scar tissue was so dense or severe or whatever. I really had to practice and exercise moving my toes and my foot in general just so I could get it a little bit more active. How painful was it? So the surgery itself was obviously painless because I was kind of like drugged up. Afterwards though, the following 3 days is probably the most intense, considering that you are either on drugs of some kind, you're sedated, you're medicated, sometimes you just feel nauseous, and you still, even under all that, you still feel the pain. Everybody's pain threshold is very different. As for myself, I would say it was about a 7. Did it hurt enough that I didn't sleep? No, because I think you were so drugged up, you just had to fall asleep, but you still felt the pain. Don't let that scare you, folks. And just the fact that you being in bed all day adds to all the grossness of the healing process, because it's like, oh my god, you're like suffocating, you're in pain, and you can't move, like, and you're just stuck in bed the entire time. Like, I really had cabin fever after a while. What was the worst part about it? I would honestly say the healing process. Just not being able to walk, not able to walk properly or get to place as fast as you would normally would like to, especially on crutches. It just takes so much longer, and I think that part I was just like, oh my god, this is such a drag. And like sometimes you have to like do your crutches in a way where your armpit doesn't hurt, and you're just like, you're using so much of your body weight. I guess that was the worst part about it, but everything else was kind of doable. What would I have done differently? So when my foot was healing, I started to put a little bit more pressure a little bit too early, and I don't know if that made a difference in how it healed or didn't heal, and it was still really puffy after a while, so I wasn't sure if that had an effect on just it not healing properly. I think I would have not walked on my feet sooner. Even though my doctor said that that wasn't even a part of why my feet was healing like that, but I think just for myself, I would have not, because I started in the very beginning, I started to walk on the side of my feet all the time, which honestly probably in retrospect probably wouldn't have made a difference, but just for my own peace of mind, if I had to do it over, I would just not walk on it at all and let it heal and then go from there. Also, to add on top of that, if I had to do something differently, I'm not sure I would have gotten the surgery at all. Because first off, I didn't really need it. My feet didn't hurt. It was pushing my other toes, but it didn't feel like I desperately needed to get it. Like, oh my god, my feet are gonna get deformed. Like, I didn't really think about it like that. I know most people get it because their foot hurts or their bunion is hurting them, and for me it wasn't that. And I think the worst part about it is that I can't wear certain kind of shoes anymore, which shoes are my thing. I love my shoes. I love wearing my platforms and all this stuff. I love like being able to be so mobile, walking around. I'm not like that anymore because it still hurts. Yeah, those were my most asked questions. Let me know if you have any other questions. I love talking to you all about your experience, about my experience, because bunions are like a really weird thing that I totally did not know was a thing. I just lived my life with bunions for 28 years and it didn't ever come up. I always knew I needed to get surgery. I just thought it'd be when I was like 50, but having the opportunity to actually get it was kind of amazing. Thank you so much for tuning in, and be sure to like and subscribe, and of course, be sure to check me out on my other channel called So's Real Thoughts, where I review films, talk about TV shows, and all that good stuff. Anyways, thank you so much. Bye!